You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
What's up, Black and White Sports fans? John Matrix here, and I am back with another video. All right, folks, we're going back to the Marxist NBA of China. And man, this is absolutely hilarious. The hypocrisy of the Marxist NBA of China is on full display. More social justice, more SJW garbage, and they're hypocrites. The funny thing about the Marxist NBA of China is that they don't actually practice what they preach. And we're going to be talking about that right now, okay? So, LeBron James. LeBron James is all about wokeness. That's the only reason I believe he's in the NBA bubble right now, because when the season was boycotted, they actually boycotted themselves. That's even more hilarious right there. But anyway, when the Milwaukee Bucks decided to boycott a game, LeBron James actually wanted to cancel the entire season because he has no interest in playing basketball. He's all about social justice. And that's even more on full display here. Now, we know that the Lakers are a very, very good basketball team. They have a chance to win a championship. But at a practice, LeBron James wore a Vote or Die t-shirt. Vote or Die t-shirt. Folks, this is so hilarious here because we just found out a few days ago that most of these NBA players aren't even registered to vote. So I'm pretty sure that LeBron was actually seeing the cameras there. That's the reason why he wore that shirt, so it can get out to the general audience. But we know that the Marxist NBA of China, they're hypocrites. They're not even registered to vote. Only 20% of NBA players that are eligible are registered to vote. And boy, Doc Rivers actually laid into them. So I'm assuming that LeBron James is trying to preach to other NBA players, but we know that's not the case. He is trying to preach to the general audience because we know that the Marxist NBA of China, they're actually going to be turning their arenas, most of them probably anyway, into polling centers. So people can actually go there and vote. But you better make sure that you vote the way the Marxist NBA of China wants you to vote. In other words, you better be voting for the blue team, not the red team. You better be a never Trumper. That's the way they want you to vote. It's clear as day. But LeBron James, man, your house is not even in order. You guys need to clean up your own houses, okay? You guys really, I'm going to be honest now. I think LeBron may be the dumbest athlete out there right now. I really, really do believe that. He may be the dumbest athlete out there. He may be, let me be a little bit fair. He may be the dumbest, smartest athlete out there because we know his basketball IQ is off the charts. But man, when he comes out and he makes statements on social justice, he gets a flat out F. He would fail that class in college. No doubt about it. But LeBron, he didn't even go to college, okay? This is a man that was actually rocking around in a Hummer when he was in high school. But vote or die. Okay. So you mean to tell me that if you don't vote, you're going to die? All right. So once you guys, we already know that the Marxist NBA players, they don't actually vote, okay? So that's actually going to stop, I believe, all of the violence in Chicago. Probably not. Actually, we know it won't. Criminals actually don't vote, for one thing. SJWs, they don't really care to vote either. Marxists, they don't vote either. Because Marxists want the government to actually take over your civil rights. This is what BLM wants. BLM wants that. Antifa, they want that also. So what's the end game with LeBron James? He wants the orange man to get out of office, but his own colleagues in NBA didn't even vote in the last election. They polled him again. Only 20% were registered to vote. But, they want to take a knee for the national anthem, and yet truly they don't really want to make a difference in the community. Voting is powerful. It really, really is. Why do you think Trump won the election in 2016? Because people heard his voice. They went out there. They saw the wokeness coming from Barack Obama. That's why they went out and voted for Trump in 2016. That's another reason why Trump is going to win the 2020 election. The left has gotten so far left, they're about to fall off a cliff. Nobody wants Marxism. Nobody wants communism, except, of course, the Marxists and their supporters. The general people out there, man, they really do know that the NBA is frauds. Why do you think that the playoff ratings are down 40%? 40%. It's because these players, led by LeBron James, they're frauds. And the people know it. The people see it. This is just more virtue signaling. I know that LeBron has his own more than a vote thing. Maybe, just maybe, LeBron, you should have did a little bit more research on your own house. Now, your own house, I'm talking about the NBA, because you guys are frauds. You guys don't practice what you preach whatsoever. None whatsoever. You guys are an embarrassment to the game. You guys actually are embarrassing black people because you guys don't actually believe in the facts out of any of this stuff. Maybe you guys just aren't educated on things that's happening in the U.S. Because you remember LeBron said that Daryl Morey wasn't educated on Hong Kong, but clearly Daryl Morey was educated on Hong Kong because Hong Kong pretty much has no freedoms under communist China. They don't. So the one that was not educated on the situation was LeBron James. But he wanted to call Daryl Morey uneducated on that. LaFraud, man, you have failed once again. You have failed once again. Vote or die. Know what? I've been voting since 1996. I'm still alive. You know, the far left, man, they always talk about this fear. Fear, fear, fear. I've been noticing that quite a bit. LeBron James is a lefty. We know that. And we know that he voted for Hillary in the last election. We know that. LeBron, yeah, he voted, but he didn't always vote. And now you got a bunch of guys in the NBA that's probably, 18, 19 years old. They're not registered to vote. Don't take these people serious, folks. Do not take these people serious whatsoever. They're all frauds. They're all hypocrites. And this is the antithesis of the hypocrisy going on in the NBA. Let me preach to you. You need to vote or you're going to die. But however, we don't actually vote in the NBA, but just do what we say, not as we do. 20%, that's not good. The United States is, I believe, like 320 million people. And I believe in the last election, you had around 130 million people vote. That is a much higher percentage than the players in the NBA that could vote. A much higher percentage than the NBA. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? The Marxist NBA of China fails again with LeBron James front and center rocking a vote or die shirt. But remember, NBA players, they don't actually vote, but they want you to vote and do it for them. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.